This video is brought to you by whosewear, neckwear and accessories. Also by Empowered Shoe Line. Stay tuned for products coming through. Subscribe, hit that notify bell so you can get those notifications. This video is a follow-up to the initial one done here on Rasta's Realities. In that video, I touched on some experience with my second born and how his mother made a plethora of excuses for his rogue behavior, all while complaining about the unfavorable behavior. I'm going to repeat the opening once again while you, the listener and viewers, allow it to sink in. In that video, I touched on some experience with my second born and how his mother made a plethora of excuses for his rogue behavior, all while complaining about the unfavorable behavior. When teachable moments arise, I do not pass on them. I get on it like dirt to bum. Recently, I heard a rap song from the same person mentioned in both videos. And in that rap song, he mentions how he feels that too much is put onto him at the age of 18. First, let me say that is a self-defeating mentality, a loser mentality. And as hurtful as that may sound, no one can state that I am wrong and or the truth is not relevant in this matter. So many households and the people who are darker than blue are destroyed from within, from over feminized males and ladies who doom their sons for money or crab in a bucket syndrome. I believe that when one wants better within their life and or a better situation, that checking self and not allowing others, no matter who they are, to discourage one from becoming better than their former selves. Let's look at the Caucasians, Asians, Chinese, Jewish, Indian, Arabs, and even some Nigerians. All who have their underclass, but for the most part come together like Voltron, especially against us people who are darker than blue. How could you not see this and take cues, examples from them to be better yourself? Chinese children from the ages of 3 and up are scholars, rich, monetarily wise, education wise, and or morally wise. No class of people are perfect, but when it comes to the world stage, in this Truman Show type of society, the other ethnic backgrounds are killing it, while we people who are darker than blue continue to be comfortable in mediocrity, excuse making, not doing the work, blame shifting, gaslighting, and self-destruction, along with other unfavorable, non-binding activities and or words. How could you not follow what others who are successful does? Following the template for success is a worldwide thing. It is not a specific ethnic background's characteristic, meaning any and everyone can do it when you put your mind and body to it. How could you not? I knew that from the first time my second son's mom said he's just a child in front of him, that he was going to internalize that excuse and mold the rest of his life around it. And I'll be damned if it ain't true. This is why I fought tooth and nail for her not to continue saying that and saying it specifically around him. This is why I proposed to her for my son to come and live with me, his father. like Trey and Boys in the Hood. And even though that was fiction, it is based in truth. Because I'll be damned if we're not suffering from that same type of situation. And like Trey and Boys in the Hood, and what he became, should I say, which was far different than any others who was in that particular neighborhood in that particular movie. Now, my son is in his teens, talking all of that. I gotta take care of mama crap, as opposed to taking care of himself to be better prepared when her death arrives. He is not being challenged in any way, thus wallowing in mediocrity and woe is me mentality. This bothers me personally, as my mother tried the same exact mind fuck on me that my second son, mom, has done to him. So I know personally the effects and how it affects us, people who are darker than blue mindsets, and further sets us up for failure and blaming everyone but the individual in the mirror, especially the males and the men. And the women and the females are bitching and whining, talking about where all the good men at. We're here. We're here. Accountability promotes growth, and growth equals wealth, both intellectually and financially. How could you not want that for yourself and your seeds? Many of our brothers suffer from stay with me syndrome from older generations. This is not a kill stating to not help your family. This is a kill stating what happens when one who wallows in their own iniquity, helping another and not themselves, and that person dies. What happens to you then? You got no life skills. You don't know yourself. And then you get out here and you continue the cycle of baby mama, daddy drama. I can answer what happens to a person who wallows in their own iniquity while helping another and not themselves. That's an easy one. They become bums, gangbangers, prostitutes, lovers of excuses, killers, and everything that's unfavorable to us people who are darker than blue. This also keeps us economically and society-wise below other ethnic backgrounds, as shown by your president and who he looked out for before the people who are darker than blue, who put him where he is, along with being selected to be there as well. Because he's helping everybody else but us. Lessons are meant to be personally learned, but at times it is best to learn from others. How could you not? And that's the reality.